for you guys, Robbie?
Yeah, I think it's been good. Guys have competed and stuff, and we've had a lot of guys get opportunities. A lot of young guys step up, and maybe some guys that outside might not expect. So I think our guys have had a good camp. They've competed and practiced hard, so it's been fun.
Talking about those guys, special teamers or tight ends or both?
Yeah, I'd say both. There's been a lot of guys that showed up, so that's been a fun part. And then you got your consistent guys you're counting on that have been there and done right. So, but it's been fun to watch some of the young guys, or maybe some of the guys that people here haven't heard of yet, play well.
Do you have anyone you might want to share with us on who those could be?
Oh, tight end wise, I mean, obviously you guys know about Tip. I think Griffin Moore has played really well. I know he's a veteran, but he's been around. I think he's had a good camp. Henry Boyer has been really, really good. Tanner Arkin's been very good too. Ben Schultz made the move last spring from defense. He's a tough, dependable kid. So, and then we got some young guys like, Nate and Owen that are getting better every day.
How do you split your camp time, with tight ends and special teams duties?
Yeah, so like right after practice, we're gonna watch the film as an offense, and Coach Hurd, who we hired as a special teams analyst, he's really good. I mean, he's helping. By the time I get out of there, we watch it together, but he's already watched it like 4 times. He can memorize every clip and tell me what happened. So, and you just gotta be where you're at, So if you're in the offensive room, be in the offensive room. If you're talking special teams with Coach Hurd, be there, So it's been good. It's been good.
What's the leadership you see out of Tanner and Tip? Because one's new and one's a returner.
Yeah, well, the guy Tip's got a ton of respect because he does things right, and he's been here, and he's played well in games here, so he's earned the respect. And I think Tanner's got a ton of respect from the guys because he came in, he's played really well. Like he's played really well. He'll be a guy we'll count on, and he's he learned the offense really quick. He's an incredibly intelligent kid, incredibly tough kid too. Like that's the thing you really like about him. Like he's very physically tough, very mentally tough, and he's very competitive. So I think that shows up pretty quick. So I'm really excited about where Arkin's at.
In terms of special teams, what's been the process of maybe integrating some of Brett's philosophies with some of your philosophies and finding a blend there?
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like everywhere else you go, right? Like they hire you, they're gonna, want you to do some of your stuff. There's gonna be some things that they believe in, and it's been like that everywhere you go. So there's some of that. So it's been good though. It's a good mix in my opinion.
You mentioned Griffin, and he's been around for several years, and really just maybe got his first shot at the bowl game now, bigger opportunity. Just how does he approach that, maybe attack that opportunity?
The thing about him is even when, and obviously I wasn't here last year, but even when he wasn't playing, it's clear that he was studying and preparing like he was the starter because he's an incredibly intelligent kid and he understands the offense completely, So he's been preparing and he's been ready for his moment. And he's getting his opportunity more and more, and he's doing a really good job with it. So he's, that's the thing I respect about him a lot. Before he's even playing, he was ready, and that's kind of an example we try to make to the young guys. Like, don't know when your opportunity is going to come, but if you're ready or not, that kind of you decide that. You know what I mean? So.
How's the return game kind of looking, as far as you can tell, through 5-6 days?
Yeah, we've done a bunch of drills and stuff, and we've just put in, simple schemes, and I think our guys are bought in, and I think we have a chance to be successful on it. And today was our second day that we worked kickoff return. It was better than the first day, which is good. It's what you want to see. So I think we got a shot to be successful on it.
We got a chance during the early individual stuff to see who's kind of trying it out there. You ever had a kick returner as big as Josh McGrath?
He's big. I wouldn't want to tackle him. Probably no. Not that I can remember. So.
Are you finding that guys are kind of trying to get in your room in terms of special teams?
Yeah, guys are bought in. They're coming up to meet with me, or when we have time, or asking questions, and trying to set up extra meetings. It's been good. A lot of guys are bought in, and like Ryan Mead, you guys probably know, plays almost every snap on special teams, and he's like the leader out there. He could coach it, and he's always up there, and he's always bringing people with him, and it's been fun. So yeah, guys are bought in.
Tip, he kind of talked about analysis working on his route running and pass catching. Have you seen him kind of develop and be ready for that as well?
Yeah, well, he's been saying coming out early for practice, catching balls, staying after, You know, getting on the jugs. You know, just going into and coming out of his break and stuff like that. He's gotten a lot better since you know when we first started here, and I think he's doing a really good job with that. You know, obviously his biggest attribute is he's tough and physical, and he's you know, really good in the run game, but he's better than people give him credit for in the pass game. You know, I think he's doing a really good job. I think he's really come along, and he's a dependable guy out there.
I seem to remember you talking about Ben Schultz in the spring. So,
Yeah.
like, what has he done to kind of find his way in that room after kind of switching over there later in his career?
Yeah, you know, I think Ben's he's a really smart kid, and football is really important to him. You know, like he comes over from the defensive side, right? And you're kind of in the middle of the spring, so he hadn't had a whole lot of time on offense, and he learns it very quick, right? He's got a really good understanding of the offense. He's a really tough kid. He's got good ball skills, which you wouldn't really expect when he moved over, you know, but he does. You know, and he's an athletic kid, and you know, I'm counting on him to help us in the kicking game and be ready when his number's called on offense.